Oops. What is it, guys? I'm out here with Learn Mobile Paint and Body, and we are streaming live, guys. So today is just gonna be a Q&A. Anything y'all want to ask? Feel free to reach out, and you can give me a call too if you want to call in to ask your question. You can call me at 281 2098. That is the cell number where you can actually call, and I'll be able to hear you. You can hear me and ask me anything you want to ask. So I'm just gonna kind of ramble on, guys, about anything really that comes to mind, just because it's a Q&A. I might even um, go through a few of the comments on the channel. I know a few of you guys have been um, posting comments, and I'm gonna read some of them. I guess just to start off. And again, guys, if any one of you want to call in and ask anything about the mobile paint and body, feel free to do so. The number is 281-832-2098. And you'll be basically on the video as well, as it's hooked up to my podcasting console. So I'll just go down the list, guys. Let me see. Robzilla Garage commented, I was always told you can't use Bondo on a bumper or plastic surface since it'll crack once a bumper flexes. I'm new to the channel. I just get adrenaline rush watching and listening about bodywork. All right, Robzilla Garage. Yeah, you can use body filler on plastic bumpers. There are different types of body fillers, some that are meant to flex with the plastic. It's just made out of a different materials, but you do want to use, you can, and you do want to use filler like on bumper repairs. When you do a plastic repair on a bumper, sometimes you can heat up the plastic and get it as close as you can back to its original contour. Or sorry about that, guys. My camera is kind of weird sometimes. Um, but yeah, you can use filler. That's from one video you commented on. Another video, Robzilla is I spray during the winter time. All I do is warm up the materials in a hot bucket of water. That gives me 40 minutes of spray a small panel. Drying times are different, and be sure no water gets on the panel, gets in the material, or you're done. Yes, you don't want to get any water in your repair. Now, in Houston, I know it rains like 90 days out of a whole year. So you basically, sometimes if you're working under an enclosure or warehouse or something, even though you're inside the warehouse, the humidity can be pretty high and it'll get inside and it'll affect your repair job. So you want to be careful. I have a hydrometer, temperature gauge, and then also sometimes if it's like really cold and wet, I also measure the dew point, just because if the conditions are right, you'll literally have water vapor condense on the car itself. And what happens is when you spray a car panel, say it's a black car, you'll see like a white haze start to show up after you spray. And that's what that is. It's dew forming on the paint. And that is a big no no. You don't want to spray in those kinds of conditions. Um, and some of these I think I've already answered. Eric Castillo, thanks for all the info. Wanted to start doing mobile repairs, but I have a question. What are the regulations for painting out in the open in Houston? Eric Castillo, I don't know if you're from Houston, man, or not, but if you are, hit me up. Shoot me a comment or a text message. or send me an email to Amaya at HoustonPaintGuy.com. If you are in Houston, man, and you're looking to start your mobile repairs, or you're just getting started, I'm actually looking for somebody right now to help me out because I have too much work, man, in retail, and I'm looking for somebody to help me out with the workload. But hit me up if you're listening to this, or anybody that's in the Houston area. Go ahead and give me a shout out, and I'd love to meet up with you guys and see what y'all can do. Um, Let me see if I can go to some of these older comments. I know a lot of you. One guy has Lucky Seven. Do you use water-based paint? I actually don't. I don't use water-based paint, just because I've always been used to spraying solvent paint. Solvent paint is pretty much it's kind of standard. Oh, give me a second, guys. Yeah, what's up, sis? Yeah, I'm doing a video. Okay, already. All right. Sorry about that, guys. This is my sister. Um, that's kind of cool. Oh, Mr. 8020, hi mate from Australia. What's up? What's up? Thanks for joining us, man. So yeah, back to what I was saying. I haven't used water-based paint for like my mobile repairs. I tried it one time before, but the when you spray the color, it looked nothing like the color on the car, and then you have to spray the clear, and then it kind of just matches perfectly. But I always use solvent based. Um, so yeah, that's basically what I'm used to spraying. Now I use PPG. PPG is pretty much you can find it anywhere, everywhere. I used to use Diamond, and it's made by R&M BASF. It's a good paint system, but I switched just because it was very hard to get a hold of. So yeah, guys. Um, I use solvent based all the time. Um, so other than that, guys, I mean, really, today I had to follow up with a few clients. I had to call one dealership who was looking for pricing on his lot cars. Um, so I did a video on that. Also, you can check it out. On it was a follow up call with a client, potential client, and she wanted to get a price on the damage on her car. The other guy that I called, I'll probably upload that conversation too because I did record it, and basically let you guys know how I kind of talk to these dealerships to get them pricing. Now, you don't always have to give each price the same to the same dealership. You can kind of switch it up and throw in some different pricing for each one. But if you are starting off, you want to give some good prices to where it makes it enticing for them to have you do some of their work. And once you make a name for yourself and you go out there and you start up your business, they'll get to know you. You can raise your prices. They'll start telling you, probably, hey man, you're charging like super cheap. Or if let's say you give them a price and they're kind of like, really, you can do it for that much? That's like an indicator that you're charging too low of a price. But if it's like, kind of where like they're okay with the price you give them, then yeah. Now the pricing, the way that I price my repairs is I'm kind of familiar with body shop estimates. So when I graduated, I actually worked at a body shop, and I would study those estimates, and get to know what they charge for like a typical door, a hood, a bumper, and all that. But then you have to take in consideration the average insurance policy has a deductible of $500. If you get a client that has damage on their car where it's something minor and you charge less than what the insurance deductible is, chances are they're going to probably want to pay out of pocket, where they pay their own money instead of going through the insurance to fix their car. So if you give them a good price, then more than likely you'll probably get that job. So that's another tidbit out there. Um, Trump, my joy. crashed my brand new 2020 Mustang Shelby. Ooh, GT 500. Had it for 5 days. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's no bueno. Man, that really sucks. Those are some really nice cars. But yeah, I feel ya. Pastor R, yo, what's up? What's going on? So yeah, guys, if y'all have any questions, this is just basically a Q&A. Y'all can type the question in, or if y'all want to call, y'all are in the States, you can call me directly and we can have this conversation over YouTube live. The number to call is 281-832-2098. And whenever you call, just introduce yourself, where you're from, what you do, all that good stuff. So yeah, going back to the comments. Alex G. Hey man, how do you get insurance working mobile? Okay, Alex G. All right. So it's in my experience, the customer, the client reaching out to you, whether they found you online or somebody referred them, and you're a mobile pain and body, insurance companies are going to want a industry standard estimate. So, meaning body shops have this estimating software. It's either Mitchell or some other name brand estimating software. I forgot the really big one. It's not Mitchell, but here let's look it up. Ooh, look at that Inception effect. Okay, all right. So let's look up estimating software. Software for collision. All right. Okay, guys, I will say this. If you want to get estimating software, I highly, 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 highly recommend WebEst. This software here, you pay $100 up in your area. It's more affordable. They're based out of Florida. If you do call them, ask for Farrell, and let her know that Amaya with Houston Paint Guy referred you. But you could try it out for 14 days. You know what? Let's just click on it. You're gonna need this software to basically provide the estimate to the insurance company. Once they get that estimate, they're able to look at it. And since you're doing a mobile paint and body repair, if you're lower than what the local body shop is charging, like the traditional body shop, chances are they're going to just say, okay, hey, we're going to cut a check, and they send it to the customer pays you. If they have a deductible, they also pay that to you. So if you know that they're going to go through the insurance, you want to charge close enough pricing, but still a little bit less than any competitors in your area. So with this software here, it's very easy to use, guys. I'll make a video on this another day, but you just put in the VIN number, it pulls all the information. You can look up parts, you can look up the pricing for parts. It has the diagrams for them, everything. You can use it on your iPad. Whatever you have, you can actually do with this software. Now, I would recommend it if you want to get into insurance work. If you don't have that much insurance work, you don't want to invest in that, just because it is a big investment for the year. I think it's like $1,300, $1,019 per month. But if you pay for the whole year, I think you get a price break. But it is the best software that I can recommend for you guys for doing the mobile, if you have to submit that to an insurance company. But yes, it is doable. The other way you can get insurance work is just knock on some doors, man. Go to the different insurance agents. Call them up and say, hey, I'm a mobile paint and body guy. I do minor cosmetic repairs. If you have customers that have scrapes or scratches on their bumpers or the doors, I want to share my contact info with you so that they can reach out to me and I can provide them with a free estimate. And you can do that with any insurance agent. Call them up. You can go visit them at the office. It's even happened where they actually reach out to me and they'll call me up and say, hey, I'm an agent at State Farm or Allstate, and I messed up my personal car. um, what would you charge me to fix my car? And so what I'll do is I'll give them a really good price, probably even buy them lunch. And I'll tell them, hey, anytime you have a client that has a small repair, probably less than their deductible, send them my way. I'll take care of them and I'll take care of you. And you do 4 or 5 agents like that, they're always gonna look out for you, and they're gonna send work your way. And not only is it easier to get those customers, the client will actually trust their word because they're recommending them to their own clients, so they have that trust already established. So that's a good way to get into the insurance, side of it. There's the retail side, which is people that just go online and find you, the insurance side, and then also the, commercial, the dealership accounts. Everybody here in Houston, they're all trying to pick up dealerships, and there's just so much competition, among from, like, some of these big nationwide companies, and they're just fighting over each other, over pricing, doing package deals. The other day, I talked to one tech where this certain company was offering a package deal for per car, like 200 and some dollars, and that included PDR, interior, the paint, windshield, and it's crazy. Like, how do you make money off of that? Plus, on top of that, the technician has to get paid. So I don't even know what the technicians are getting paid off of a package deal like that. But if it's a big dealership that has hundreds of cars, yeah, it might make sense. But you know, to me, it's just kind of like, man, it's hard to split the money among the company and the technicians and all that when it's that low. So just a little bit info for y'all on the insurance side. It's untapped, guys. Literally, I think like it's really untapped. It's not even to the point where it's become a problem where mobile paint and body technicians are just doing too much or doing too much insurance work. Everybody is going after dealerships. So good point, Alex G. Pastor R, what would you say is the best clear gun for mobile? Pastor R, I've just always used AccuSpray guns. Um, they're discontinued. They were bought out by 3M, and then 3M started making the plastic AccuSpray guns. Now, when I say AccuSpray, let me show y'all real quick, so y'all can look at it. The one gun that actually I have several guns, but the AccuSpray guns that I use, is a 10G Pro Gravity and Siphon, spray gun. Where it at? Where? Okay. All right, so these are the, disposable ones. You don't wanna get these. You have to keep buying the tips and all that other stuff. These are the guns that are, like, these are the best guns to use. I've used these. I have one gun that's, like, 10 years old, and it's still running strong. You just have to clean it, take care of it. They'll last forever. These are the gravity fed ones. They actually have the PPS cups from 3M. Um, and and then these are the siphon feed. It has a little cup that goes on the bottom here. And this is what I use. I hook it up to a turbine, a 6-stage turbine. So you have about 11, I think it's 11 PSI at the tip. But I use this all the time. Now, the bad thing is they don't make these guns anymore. There are some still out there that you can find either through eBay or through independent third party sellers, and you could find them now. They are made of like this composite plastic, and they're very good guns as long as you take care of them and you clean them out. At least I clean mines out at least once or twice a month, depending on how heavy I use it. But they're very good guns, guys. I love using them, and they do a good job. And that's with the turbine. So if you use like a compressor, you could use the SATAs or the Iwatas, those different types of guns. Those are pretty good. But yeah, so that's answering Pastor R's question. Again, y'all can post the comments on the questions on the comments, the live chat, or if you want to call in, you can call in at 281-832-2098, and we can have a conversation over the phone for you guys. So yeah, I guess just rambling on to the next Q&A. How do you I had one guy ask me, how do you get dealership uh, you know, when you go into dealerships, you kind of you want to know that in your mind they already have somebody, already had somebody in the past, or if they don't have anybody yet, that would be like the best situation ever, right? They're either in transitions of they let the last mobile painting body guy go, they fired him, whatever happened, he's no longer there, and they're just looking around for a new guy. So that would be like a godsend right there that they say, oh, well, we just fired our last guy. So that's an opportunity for you to present yourself and your pricing and all that. Now, you want to know your pricing ahead of time before you go and try to do the sales call. But you just have to hit the pavement. You got to go and talk to these managers at the dealerships, find out exactly what they need. If they do a lot of bumper work or small hits, how many cars do they fix a month? Ask them questions when you get there, and you could even ask them, hey, what did your last guy charge you per bumper? If his last guy was there charged them, he says, oh, well, the last guy charged me 125 and or $100, then you can kind of know that, okay, this guy's trying to get you super cheap. Well, you could say, hey, that's a pretty low price, but on average, most companies, they charge 150, 175, and you could tell them right then and there, we charge 150, we charge 175. Everything's going up, guys. The price of paint, the price of gas. A lot of these products are solvent based. They're made from a petroleum product. So if gas is going up, the price of paint is going to go up. Just it's just common sense. So their mentality is to lower the prices, but then you want to make money. So that's one way to approach it. You just hard sell, hey, it's 150. That's what we can do. 175 or even 200. The other way to do it too is you could offer a package deal, but you tell them, hey, look, um, the package deal, like we can give you special pricing per bumper. The only way we can give you a special pricing is the first month that you hit, that we bill you basically over 10 grand a month, then we can lower the price of the bumper from, 200 to 150. And that's going to have to be once you hit that 10 grand mark. Between now and then, really, we wouldn't make any profit. The more paint we buy, the more materials we buy, the bigger discount we get from our suppliers or distributors. You can kind of use that, and that's just business logic. Um, but that's one way you can approach it. Um, if you go to a dealership and they say, "Oh yeah, we already have a guy. He's good at what he does. We use him all the time. He's been here for 37,000 years. He's always been our guy." And you can just say, "Hey, that's great." That's rare to find nowadays. But just in case, this is what you tell the manager. Just in case your guy has a family emergency, or he goes out of town, or he's swamped with work, or he can't come to your dealership, here's my info. I would really love to get a shot for you to see, what kind of work we do, to show you what we can do, and earn your business probably in the future if it's possible. And you leave them your contact info. You could leave them a business card. More than likely, they'll lose that business card. If you see them put it in their wallet right then and there, that means they care. They're gonna save it. But if they're kind of fidgeting around with it in their hand and they're folding it and they're bending it, they don't care. They're just like, oh, okay, all right, stop wasting my time. Let's get this moving on. But if they grab it, they look at it, and it goes in their wallet, they're probably gonna call you. So the other thing you could also do is do like a full sheet, 8 by 11 laminated card with your info, your company logo, your pricing structure on the bumpers, and just have it all laid out in detail. And when you laminate that card, it's a big old piece of paper, the 8 by 11 sheet, and it's laminated. It's hard to throw that away. It can get, put under a bunch of papers. Eventually, it'll come back up, or they'll have it on their desk. But it's easier to find, easier to store, and they know what to look for in case they do need a painter one day. They'll go back to the desk and try to find it. So I would recommend that. You don't have to put all your pricing, but you could put like the major prices for say bumper repair or touch up. This is for like dealerships. So that's something that you can do. But yeah, guys, if you guys have any other questions, I'm gonna try to end this short at 30 minutes. Just post it in the comments below. Anything you guys want to know, or you can call it in at 281-832-2098. Quick question. I get on at different times throughout the day and try to do the live stream Q&A. If you guys want to see a more consistent schedule, just comment below and let me know what day of the week you would like to have a live Q&A session, what day of the week, and then also what time. I know everybody has different time schedules. They get off of work at different times and all that, but that would really help me out so I can kind of schedule my sessions to get online to kind of tailor to you guys and help y'all out. So y'all can call in, or you can post on the comment section whatever questions you have. So but I guess if none of y'all have any other questions, I'm gonna end this pretty short, guys. Thanks a lot for the support. Out to Mr. 8020 from Australia, Pastor R, Trump My Joy, Alex G. Y'all have a good one, guys. Stick around. Thanks for the love. Have an awesome day tomorrow. Adios.